Yo, what is up, Patreon crew? Welcome back. We are listening to a new album today, the Rolling Stones. Sticky Fingers, dude. What a name. You know what that makes me think of? Just right off the bat, I'm just gonna have to be honest, right? Sexual innuendo. But who knows, dude? But I would like to bring some attention to the album cover here. Yeah, we just have a front shot of a pair of jeans. Nothing here to really talk about. There's nothing really bulging out. Nothing like I don't know. What do you have to say about this? It's just pretty ordinary. Nothing really special. So, they probably could have picked a more memorable album cover. Yeah, if anything pops out at you, let me know about this album cover. I'm just not seeing it. All right, well, yeah, no, I'm just excited to get into this. Can't You Hear Me Knocking is the first song. My experience with Rolling Stones is very minimal. I've never listened to a full album before, so this is my first time jumping into a full album. Sticky Fingers, when did you originally come out? 1971. Okay. So, pretty early, in terms of like progressive rock standards, but this is still, we've heard plenty of 70s tracks, dude, from like Frank Zappa to Mahavishnu Orchestra. They've all done fine work at this point. So Sticky Fingers, let's just read a little bit about the album on Wiki, dude. Sticky Fingers is the 9th British and 11th American studio album by the English rock band the Rolling Stones. Interesting, it's the 9th British and 11th American studio album. I wonder why they released some more American albums, dude. Probably just, I don't know, money, deals, I don't know. They had been contracted by Decca Records and London Records in the UK and US since 1963. On this album, Mick Taylor made his second full-length appearance on a Rolling Stones album after the live album Get Your Yayas Out. It was the first studio album without Brian Jones, who died 2 years earlier. Rest in peace. The original cover artwork, conceived by Andy Warhol and photographed and designed by members of his art collective, The Factory, showed a picture of a man in tight jeans and had a working zip that opened to reveal underwear fabric. Wait, the original cover artwork, whoa, you would be able to unzip the pants and see underwear fabric? What? That is really cool. The cover was expensive to produce and damaged the vinyl record, so the size of the zipper adjustment was made by John Kosh at Abco Records. Later reissues featured just the outer photograph of the jeans. Wow. People had their vinyl records damaged because of that interesting, unique cover. Wow, we gotta look up some other, unique, bizarre album covers that utilized not normal means, dude. I would love to take a look at those. Let me know of any right off the top of your head, dude, in the comment section below. Maybe we'll feature them in a video coming up soon. Just leave your comments, dude. The album featured a return to basics for the Rolling Stones. The unusual instrumentation introduced several albums prior was absent. Okay, so we just kind of got past their eccentric phase, dude. So now they're kind of going back to their basics. Interesting, okay. So this is really late for the Rolling Stones, dude. This is their 11th American studio album release. That's so many albums, dude. Oh wow. Okay, let's just keep on reading here. Most songs featuring drums, guitar, bass, and percussion as provided by the key members Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Mick Taylor, Bill Wyman, and Charlie Watts. Additional contributions were made by longtime Stones collaborators, including saxophonist Bobby Keys and keyboardists Billy Preston, Jack Nitzsche, Ian Stewart, and Nicky Hopkins. Okay, so we have some, additional like studio uh, instrumenters. What am I saying? Musicians, studio musicians, instrumenters. Did I really just? As with the other albums of the Rolling Stones' late 1960s, early 1970s period, it was produced by Jimmy Miller. Okay. Sticky Fingers is considered one of the Rolling Stones' best albums. It was the band's first album to reach #1 on both the UK Albums and US Albums chart, and has since achieved triple platinum certification in the US. Brown Sugar topped the Billboard Hot 100 in 1971. Sticky Fingers was voted the second best album of the year in the Village Voice's annual Paz and Jop Critics Poll for 1971. That's a funny title for the poll, dude. Paz and Jop. Based on American critics' votes, the album is inducted in the Grammy Hall of Fame and included in Rolling Stone magazine's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time list. So, this brings up another question. Does Rolling Stones, the band, have anything to do with Rolling Stone magazines? That's interesting. Just let me know. Of course, they have to be associated, right? Right? Anyways, so I need to actually be right back. I'm just going to pause it real quick. We'll be right back. We're going to read a little bit more on the background of this album, so just hold tight. It'll be like a second, dude. You're not even going to notice. All right, we're back. So just going on, continuing reading about Sticky Fingers, dude. Here's the background section on Wikipedia. With the end of their Decca London association at hand, the Rolling Stones were finally free to release their albums, cover art and all, as they pleased. However, their departing manager, Alan Klein, dealt the group a major blow when they discovered that they had inadvertently signed over their entire 1960s American copyrights to Klein and his company, ABCO. What, dude? This is absolutely devastating, which is how all of their material from 1963's Come On and Get Your Yayas Out. The Rolling Stones in Concert has since been released solely in America by ABCO Records. The band later sued for their return, but without success, settling in 1984. Damn, they even tried to sue to get back their material. Wow. Wow, this must have been a huge deal, like, at the time. Like, wow. Like, the band would remain incensed with Klein for decades for that act. Klein died in 2009. Wow. Oh, wow. So, what do you have to say about that, friends? Oh, gosh. I'm sure lots of people who were fans of the band just automatically hated Klein, right? They probably wished bad things to happen to him. That's just, it was pretty scummy, dude. But I don't know the whole details. I don't know what went on, dude. Let me know if you know where I can find out more information, because that is wild. I'm sure there has to be a documentary. They're the biggest band in the world, so. When Decca informed the Rolling Stones that they were owed one more single, the band submitted a track called Cocksucker Blues, correctly assuming that this would be refused. Instead, Decca released the 2-year-old Beggar's Banquet track, Street Fighting Man, while Klein retained dual copyright ownership in conjunction with the Rolling Stones of Brown Sugar and Wild Horses. Wow, Decca was like, you guys owe us one extra song. And then the band was like, oh, okay, sure, yeah. No, here you go. Here you go, dude. Here's the song we wrote. Here you go. What's the name of the song, dude? Read it. Cocksucker Blues. Wow. Is there a way we can listen to Cocksucker Blues, dude? Oh. Wow. Let me know if we can find that anywhere, and we're definitely gonna give it a reaction, dude, because that is one of the most intense things I have heard. Okay. Wow. So on to the recording session, and then after that we're going to get into actual listening to this album, dude. Although sessions for Sticky Fingers began in earnest in March 1970, the Rolling Stones had been recording at Muscle Shoals Sound Studio in Alabama in December 1969, where they cut You Gotta Move, Brown Sugar, and Wild Horses. Sister Morphine, cut during Let It Bleed's sessions earlier in March of that year, had been held over from that release. Much of the recording for Sticky Fingers was made with the Rolling Stones mobile studio in Stargroves during the summer and autumn of 1970. Mobile studio, dude. Is that like an RV with some recording equipment, dude? Early versions of songs that would eventually appear on Exile on Main Street were also rehearsed during these sessions. Interesting, dude. Okay, we have a good background. I know there's like probably some more information that we didn't even get to. You know, we might read the release and reception section on Wikipedia after we listen to the album. So, without further ado, folks, we're just going to jump right on into it. So, Patreon crew, grab your joints, your snacks, your drinks, whatever you got with you. I got my pen. We're about to jump into Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones from 1971. Dude. But yeah, seriously, let me know where I can find any more information on like Klein and the situation with the Stones, dude. That seems drama-tastic. Brown Sugar's up first. So let's bring that up. I'm digging this vibe, dude. We got classic, like speedy. This is like energetic rock and roll, dude. I was gonna say this is like speedy rock and roll. This is upbeat. This is like what I imagine. This is definitely what I kind of imagine when I think of the Rolling Stones, dude. Kind of just a simple like single guitar riff, playing along with the band in the back, dude. Like 4 members. Is this 4 members? I think, right? That's what I read. Personnel. We actually have 5, like, main members here. We have Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Mick Taylor, Bill Wyman, and Charlie Watts. We read that, but we have a lot of additional personnel on this, too. A lot of people playing piano and tenor sax, percussion, organ. Let's just jump back on into it. I am digging this so far. I really like the guitar riff. And of course we have Mick Jagger's signature like voice. It sounds so good. Let's get back into it. Yeah, I just want to tell you all real quick about Patreon. At patreon.com/JohnSlop, you can find full album reactions like Revolver by The Beatles, Fragile by Yes, and even the full-length film of The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night, and much, much more. So go on and think about that, and let's get back to the reaction. Okay, pause it, dude. I am liking this song so much because of that powerful sax solo we just had by Bobby Keys. Now, that was a lot of fun. This song is so cool. Apparently, it's about a black girl calling her brown sugar. Um, Now, I bet your mama was a tent show queen. All her boyfriends were sweet 16. I'm no schoolboy, but I know what I like. You should have heard them just around midnight. Brown sugar, how come you taste so good? Oh, no, no. So, somebody was involved with a black girl named... They're calling her brown sugar. Interesting, okay. Let's keep it going. I'm liking this a lot. Okay, nice little ending to that song. Cleaned it up with a nice percussion flourish. Wow. Yeah, no, the shining spot of this song for me was the saxophone, and I think Mick Jagger's voice. And also just the overall energy of the song. It was so fun. So going back to the lyrics, dude, I must have missed this first verse because I did not react, dude. Gold Coast slave ship bound for cotton fields, sold in the market down in New Orleans. So, okay, we are going back to slavery times, dude. I wonder why. Oh, this was definitely like right around like civil rights. So I'm pretty sure this was like a pretty common topic. Um, Okay, so this is like Skydog Slaver. No, he's doing all right. Hear him whip the women just around midnight. Brown sugar, how come you taste so good? Oh no. So I'm thinking this is actually not a good situation. Dude, what is this? What is this song? Where did it come from? Who wrote it? And for why? Wow, interesting. Let's see if we can find any information, dude. Maybe let's go to Genius. See if Genius has some people talking about it, like... recorded in 1969 in Muscle Shoals Studios, Jagger wrote the riff to this one while filming Ned Kelly in Australia. The song appeared on Sticky Fingers and is a staple of the Stones' canon. Keith Richards, in his book Life on Jagger's Lyrics Writing Process, they started running down brown sugar the first night, but they didn't get a take. I watched Mick write the lyrics. It took him maybe 45 minutes. It was disgusting. He wrote it down as fast as he could move his hand. I'd never seen anything like it. He had one of those yellow legal pads, and he'd write a verse a page. Just write a verse and then turn the page, and then he had 3 pages filled. They started to cut it. It was amazing. So he really just like came up with a song so fast. The song is thought to have been inspired by soul singer Claudia Lanier, who was also the inspiration behind David Bowie's Lady Grinning Soul. There are several different ways to interpret the song. The most straightforward is a meditation on white male on black female sex and how power has influenced it. Alternatively, it could be more generally about interracial sex or black sex. Finally, as metafiction, Mick Jagger plunders the musical history of black people from slave rhythms to spirituals to blues to honky-tonk, and further is willing to proudly crow about how tempting and good they are. The first reading is probably what was intended, but given the rollicking rock The final is not inappropriate, whether intended or not. Interesting, dude. Now, I am not black, so like I cannot speak on like how this like makes me feel. You know, it's just interesting, and I'm pretty sure people thought this song was great when it came out. I'm gonna let this one stew a bit. You know, I'm not gonna like. I'm just gonna let this one stew, dude. I'm gonna let my thoughts stew. I think it's good to talk about, you know, racism, right? It's good to talk about like stuff like this. I just, you know, there's always like a good taste and bad taste. I want to maybe hear from some, you know, black people to maybe hear how this song made them feel. It brings up a lot of uncomfortable imagery that, I mean, I would love to know why this was written, you know? Let's just go over it one more time just to see if I missed anything, right? I just kind of read the first little part and kind of went to Genius. And we got some context. We did get some context, but still, no words from Mick Jagger on this, or like just about like the writing process of how it took him 45 minutes. Like, I want to know the kind of intent of this one. It doesn't look like there is one, so interesting. What do you think is what I'm interested in? So let me know down in the comments. And yeah, with that, like I said, my thoughts are going to stew. I'm going to think about this and maybe do some more research. Like have people talked about this song before, dude? Like, really, I have no problem with people talking about like racism, bringing up stuff like this, but it's like the fact that it has sexual violence is just where I'm like a little iffy. Like, why? I guess sexual violence, it was prominent, dude. Gosh. Yeah, man, this stuff is just uncomfortable. But that's the reality. But there's a time and a place, right? And I guess the song brought it up. I guess that's an important factor, right? All right. Well, again, let me know your thoughts, right? Let's keep it respectable. All right. And yeah, with that, we're just going to move on. So, wow, the first song starting off hot, dude. They were not afraid of being, what's the word? Just being political at all, dude. They were not afraid. That's just what this tells me, dude. I cannot even put my mind in the headspace of like where the zeitgeist was at, you know, what people were thinking, like what was okay, what wasn't okay. Like, I can't judge it by today's standards of what is racist, what isn't racist. You know what I mean? So, I really want to go at this as like objective as I can. So, like I said, I'm going to let it stew. And with that, we're going to move on. Again, I'm sorry for pushing that so long, I guess. But I guess I'm also not sorry because it needed to be talked about. The song begged it, dude. How are we going to listen to a song and read the lyrics and not talk about it? All right. So let's just move on, friends, into the next song. What do we got, dude? This is spicy stuff, dude. What do we got here? Sway. Getting into the song Sway, dude. Which way do you sway? All right, let's get into it. Here we go. hold on real quick, dude. There's something about his voice that's so like folky and like almost like reminiscent of like Bob Dylan. Just like so slurry. Where did he get this accent? When did he always have the accent? Like even at the beginning of the band? This is the 11th album, dude. For America at least. So this song just seems really like heartfelt, like it's really trying to connect to your soul, like it's trying to plead with you. Did you ever wake up to find a day that broke up your mind, destroyed your notion of circular time? It's just that demon life has got you in its sway. It's just that demon life has got you in its sway. So this is like saying you're going down the wrong path, morally. And that's why things are going bad for you. Okay, I'm with you so far. You know, if you have bad thoughts, you're gonna make bad decisions, or at least morally incorrect. And you know, I guess moral is subjective, right? But I think this does resonate with a lot of people. So, whoops. So yeah, just whatever you feel like the demon life is. If you know something's wrong, there you go. I don't know. Just follow your own moral compass, but I guess take note what other people have said is wrong too. You know, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. But this is some wisdom though that they're spinning out. Who writes most of the songs? All right, let's get back into it. It's just that demon life. Here you go. That was Sway by the Rolling Stones. I really, really enjoyed that one. I loved that guitar solo going on in this ear towards the end. I loved the strings that were going on towards the end as well. Like, this song was so big in scope. Yeah, I feel like this song was really trying to touch the soul. It touched my soul. It's just like really optimistic too. This is one of those songs that's really trying to incite an energy inside of you. Right in the bed next to mine, someone that broke me up with a corner of her smile. Yeah. Interesting. Why include this section? Right in the bed next to mine, someone that broke me up with a corner of her smile. Yeah. It's just that demon life has got me in its way. In its sway. It's just that demon life has got me. Interesting. So maybe the ending is kind of like a statement of I'm falling into that demon life. I don't know. Maybe I didn't understand really. What do you feel like this song's about, dude? We're gonna do something similar. Going over to Genius. See how other people feel about the song Sway. On the About section of Genius, Sway is perhaps the perfect musical manifestation of that morbid triptych, oh, that's a new word, of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, or rather, of the price to be paid for a life in their grip. Okay. I understand. Okay, makes a lot of sense. The bitterness felt by the character in the song is most probably a reflection of what Mick Jagger and the other Rolling Stones were feeling after the tragedy of Altamont. Wait, what? The tragedy of Altamont. What is that? Are we about to learn something right now? The Rolling Stones, I'm at rollingstone.com reading an article, dude. The Rolling Stones disaster at Altamont. Let it bleed. With 4 dead. Oh my gosh, okay. This deals with death, I guess. I didn't like properly warn anybody. I guess y'all already know. Y'all already know this. Well, some probably don't. Okay. With 4 dead and a mess at Altamont, Rolling Stone tries to get to the bottom of what really happened at the festival. What is going on, dude? I didn't know his name or anything, but he was standing alongside of me. You know, we were both watching Mick Jagger and a Hell's Angel, the fat one. I don't know his name or anything. He reached over. He didn't like us being so close or something, you know. We were seeing Mick Jagger too well or something. He was just being uptight. He reached over and grabbed the guy beside me by the ear and hair and yanked on it, thinking it was funny, you know, kind of laughing. And so this guy shook loose. He yanked away from him. Now this guy that you're talking about, is this the black guy that got killed? Yeah, right. What? Ugh, what? Yeah, right. He shook loose and the Hell's Angel hit him in the mouth. And he fell back into the crowd and he jumped off stage and jumped at him. And he tried to scramble, you know, through the crowd to run from the Hell's Angel. And 4 other Hell's Angels jumped on him. They started mugging him. Oh my god, what? Dude, this is horrific. What the... Dude, fuck... Who the Hell's Angels, whoever started this shit, dude. This is when they claim he had the gun. No, he didn't pull out the gun yet. See, and they were mugging him, and then he started running, and he was running straight into the crowd, you know, pushing people away, you know, to run from the Hell's Angels. And then the interviewer asks, what was this guy's condition? Had he been smoking? Had he been drinking? Or do you know? The person responds, hey, he was really straight. He was really feeling really weird about being pushed around and stuff, but he was pretty straight. Dude, he wasn't even like drunk or high or anything. An interviewer asks, when the cat started grabbing him, what did he say? What did this black guy say? Person responds, he just gave him a weird look, kind of a mean look, and yanked away. He didn't give him any verbal provocation or anything. So they're chasing through the crowd and they hitting him, and one Hell's Angel pulls out a knife and stabs him in the back. Oh my god, dude. Wow, this is terrible to read. This is... interviewer asks what kind of knife. It's probably like a pocket knife, dude. Is that? What kind of knife? I couldn't tell. I just saw the flash of the blade. Everything was happening too fast, and he hit him in the back, and he pulled out a gun and held it up in the air. Like that was kind of his last resort. And could you tell what kind of gun? It was long barrel, really long. Looked like a 6-shooter or something. I've never seen. It was really. And then if you continues to ask him like what kind of gun it was, and then the person goes on to say it was like a fancy gun. There was a chick screaming, "Don't shoot anyone," and he was too scared to shoot because he couldn't have shot anyone in the crowd or anything. Wow. And one of Hell's Angels grabbed the gun from him and then stabbed him again. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Dude, there's no reason. Wow. Wait, how did Okay. Um, Patreon crew. I'm probably going to have to put a warning. This is really morbid stuff, but like I said, I'm sure some of you know already. Wow. Jesus, dude. Jesus. Gosh. And then the interviewer asks, "Would you be willing to testify because you saw him?" Then he's like, "No, I don't want to get killed." Gosh. What was the reason, though? Uh, and apparently the band kept playing. Um, oh gosh. Yo, I'm sorry. This is all just like really terrible. This is all really terrible. Um, yeah, oh gosh. There's so much to this story, and I don't think we have time to read all of this. Like, I'm sure all of you probably know the story, right? But just, this seems just like racism. Like, from what I read just now, it seems like the dude just didn't like that there was a black person at a Rolling Stones concert. Gosh. Well, we needed context for Sway. Uh, so going back to Genius, dude. Mick on stage with a member of the Hells Angels at the moment of the horrific murder. Yeah. The verdict is a painful one. Society is violent, and there is no reason to believe it will ever be any different. Sway was the first Sticky Fingers track to be cut at Stargroves, a manor house where Mick Jagger resided in the early 1970s. Although the song is credited to Jagger Richards, Keith Richards is present only as a backup singer. He hated going to Stargroves and traveled down there only rarely. His unannounced repeated absences. That is such a hard word to say right now. May also be explained by his increasing addiction to heroin. Oh, damn, dude. It was therefore the two Mick Jagger and Mick Taylor, who took things in hand. Taylor plays a major role on the track with his two solos, while Jagger makes his grand debut on electric guitar. Whoa. Okay, so we have Jagger on electric guitar on this track. That's pretty cool. But other than that, tragic backstory. Tragic. Dude. Wow. Let me know what you thought, please. I'm definitely gonna put a warning up before that, but a lot of my viewers probably heard worse stuff than this. A lot of you are. It's like from this generation, so it's probably difficult to see somebody reacting so like squeamish about it, dude. I get squeamish about knives and blood. That's the only reason I probably like didn't finish reading that is because I probably wouldn't be able to enjoy these songs coming up. So we might read this at some other point. We might get some other details. If y'all have any other details, let me know. I'm sorry for cutting the article short. I don't think we can even read a Rolling Stones article like on a video, but who knows? I don't know. Anyways, second track, Sway Down, dude. What did you think of that track? Let me know